YouTube, what is going on, guys? No, it's not your man Average, boy man Elite, back with another video today. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Today, guys, we are back with the mini scheme videos. It's been a minute. I don't even remember what mini scheme the last video was. I think it was like the Ravens playbook. But today, guys, as you can see by the title of the video, we have the Carolina Panthers playbook. If you guys are new to this series, I'm taking every one of the 32 NFL team playbooks, trying to find the most unique mini scheme in that playbook, taking it into my head-to-head and trying to win a game with it. So guys, today in the Carolina Panthers playbook, we are going to be looking at the split twins formation. There's not that many plays in this. It only has 6 plays, but I think it's a really effective formation. There's a decent amount of people that ran this in competitive. Not a lot of people really ran this. I think it was a pretty annoying formation to guard just because you can run wheel routes to both running backs. Well, the running back and the tight end out of the backfield. We're going to go over that in a second. But we all know how effective wheel routes are out of the backfield. So the first thing we are going to do is with the right stick, we're going to change the package over here on the bottom left. We're going to flick the right stick to the left 3 times, and you're going to find a package right here. It's called 3 wide receivers. What that's going to do is, you guys can see my tight end right here is number 87 currently. So Rob Gronkowski is currently at tight end. So by flicking the package to the left 3 times, it's actually going to put a wide receiver there. Now, after we put a wide receiver there, I believe it's going to put your 3rd wide receiver in that spot. Whoever your 3rd wide receiver is going to be in that spot right there. And then right here, your halfback is going to be on the left side, and you want a tight end right here. We're going to have a fast tight end. So right here, we're going to put Howard in the backfield. You can put a halfback in the back, but for the purposes of this video, we're going to put a tight end in Mutt. However, we are going to be able to put a halfback back here, or if you want a fast tight end, again, it's up to you. Or if you want to audible out of this formation into anything else, you can audible from this to bunch. You can audible from this to any other 3 wide receiver set in the game. And the other cool thing about this formation is your opponent cannot run dollar on you. If your opponent runs dollar or anything that can be weak boxed, it will be weak boxed if your opponent does run dollar. So keep that in mind. So we're going to come out in this. For the audibles, we're going to have inside zone split, halfback angle, post halfback counter, and PAF slide. Now guys, for the first play and pretty much our main play that we're going to be going over is this halfback angle. Halfback angle and PAF slide are going to be our 2 money plays. We're going to be sprinkling in post halfback corner. You guys know that halfback corner route out of the backfield is pretty effective. If your opponent doesn't really know what to do against it, doesn't really know how to guard it, catch your opponent off guard sometimes. But right now we're going to go over halfback angle. Let's go ahead and call that. And right now we're just going to go ahead and call a simple cover 3 right here. And the very first thing I want to show is a cover 3 bomb and multiple ways that we can set up this cover 3 bomb. So number 1, we're going to be able to put what really makes this formation really good is, like I said earlier, being able to put these 2 guys on wheel routes out of the backfield. And again, we all know how effective wheel routes are. So you guys can set something up like this. Go ahead and hike it and just lowball one of the wheel routes. Literally, it's going to be completed 90% of the time. It's rarely going to get picked off. But first, let me go ahead and show you guys the bombs out of this. So number 1, 5 route combo. We're going to be showing a 5 route combo, 4 route combo, and a 3 route combo. The one thing that kind of sucks out of this is you cannot block the tight end. So if you try to block him, he's going to be on a hitch, which I mean is kind of a good thing because you could max protect and block both of your running backs, so you still have pretty good protection out of this. But what we are going to do here is we're going to put both running backs on out routes, and we all know how effective running back out routes are. Now you get 2 of them out of the backfield. We're going to put the tight end on a corner route, so you get a nice little high-low read on the right side of the field, and he's actually on a deeper corner route, right? One other thing to note real quick before I go any further into these plays, that tight end, whenever you put him on hot routes, he's put on receiver hot routes, so he's not put on tight end hot routes. So normally when you put a crosser on your tight end, it's a short crosser. This one's a deep crosser. Like if he was a wide receiver, again, you could put him on a stop and go. You can't put your tight end on a stop and go. So that might be pretty good against man. I haven't really tested it against man. You can smart route it, make it look kind of weird like that. But yeah, you're gonna get a deeper corner route right here, which is gonna be really good for this cover 3 bomb. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna streak B, and we're gonna put X on a post. Hopefully I have time to throw this. What this is gonna do is hold the 3rd on the right side. You can see that 3rd gets held, and we're able to throw it, catch it, possession, catch it. Again, we have Tom Brady, so we're going to be able to get a better throw from, you know, really any quarterback that you, unless you're using Tom Brady in MUT, which I hope you're not. But depending on who you're using in MUT, you're going to get a much better throw right there, especially if you're using Pass Lead Elite or Gunslinger. So again, you're going to put both running backs on out routes, corner route, and streak B, post X. This is the setup for our cover 3 beater. And let me show you guys real quick. This is the exact same setup we're going to be using against cover 2. I'm going to call timeout real quick. We're going to come out against cover 2 right here. Let's go ahead and call that exact same play. And honestly, it doesn't really matter what play you come out and set that up. You can really set that up out of any play. All you really need is Hot Route Master. We're going to need Hot Route Master in this offense. That's the one other thing that we're definitely going to need in this offense to be able to run it effectively. So we're going to go ahead and set this up again. Exact same setup. We're going to hike it, and hopefully we have time. Hopefully we have time. And you can see this post right here. That mid read, we'll go ahead and run that again. That mid read kind of sits there in the middle of the field. That mid read is usually never there. Nobody really uses mid reads. So we'll go ahead and set that up again. Put the running back on an out route and hike it. And this is against cover 2. That mid read is typically their user. All right. So again, we get an unfortunate throw out of sack right there. If we have something for the mid read, by the way. Don't think we don't. We have something for the mid read, by the way. But if your opponent's using, like if your opponent's actually using mid reads like that, or middle thirds, a middle third should not be able to guard this because it's just going to be kind of like the cover 3 bum. But let's say your opponent does have the mid read out there and keeps it. All we're going to do now is we're going to put this corner route over here. We can still put the running back over here on the left side on an out route. But what we're going to do with the RB is we're going to put him on this angle route, and that's going to hold that mid read down a little bit. So when we hike it, you can see that mid read kind of gets pulled down a little bit right there, and you're able to fit that right over the mid read, and he's just not going to make a play on it. He just hesitates just enough. And again, that's Mike Evans, and that is a slow linebacker, but in MUT, you're going to have a much faster wide receiver right there. We'll go ahead and run that again just so you guys can see what that looked like. I'm going to put that angle route right there, put the out route. If you want more protection, feel free to block this running back. That's fine. We'll go ahead and hike it, and you can see kind of bites down on it. We couldn't throw it. We get another unfortunate pull out of sack right there. Sheds are insane in practice mode, but you guys can see how that gets over that middle linebacker, and he's just not gonna be able to make a play on it. So we have our cover 3 bomb, we have our cover 2 bomb. Now from this same play, we're gonna make some different adjustments, some different hot routes, but from this same play, halfback angle, we're also gonna have a match bomb. So right here, we'll just call over G, cover 4 quarters, I guess. And what we're gonna set up here is we're gonna put the 2 running backs on out routes. Once again, we're going to put B on a crosser. We're going to put X on a post, and A is also going to be on a crosser. If your opponent uses the crosser, feel free to throw it to any one of your out routes underneath, or the crosser going from left to right, which is B. Or if you have time, you're going to be able to throw X if he does get a step on that corner, but really you're trying to read the crossers and you're underneath right here. That deep post should be the last read, but you guys will see nothing in this defense matches to A. For whatever reason, I was testing a few of these routes out. It really doesn't matter what routes you put on the field. As long as A is on a crosser, nothing really guards it. We're going to try putting A on this. Let's go ahead and put a post over here, and let's just keep the other routes exactly the same. Let's go ahead and just keep every other route exactly the same. We still have the post on the field, and you guys will see over here, absolutely nothing matches to that crossers. All right, guys, now that we're done with the beaters, let's go ahead and go over halfback angle real quick and a couple different setups that we're going to have right here. Let's go ahead and come out in over G. I like to come out in the over G in practice mode just because it's really only rushing 3 people and you don't really get shedded like crazy. We're going to put our inside receiver right here on a crosser. And normally when you put him on a crosser, the inside receiver does not stay on a crosser. Normally, if we were to flip this, the inside receiver is the one that should stay on the crosser, but it's not really the case with this formation. When we flip it, you can see the outside receiver is now on a crosser, right? It's not really the case with most formations. The receivers don't really flip like this, but we're going to put the tight end on a streak right here. We're going to put RB on an out route, and we're going to put triangle. You're going to put both your running backs on out routes. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and motion this zig route over to the opposite side of the field. Hike it as soon as he passes the tight end, and you have both running backs underneath that you're able to throw. Really, we're trying to hit this crosser over here. Nothing's really going to be able to guard that crosser, especially from the far outside receiver. even if your opponent has 30-yard zone drops, you're going to be able to wait until it gets really close to the sideline, pass lead up, and that's still going to be a wide open dot. And of course, if your opponent is usering deep and doesn't really have any middle zone, playing right here with this zig route. Let me show you guys what this zig route looks like real quick. Those hook curls are probably going to play, especially with that. You can see right there, you can throw it right away, possession catch it, kind of runs into the spy right there, but you could throw it immediately off the break. It's a really effective play right there. I didn't make the hot route right there, but we're kind of done with that play. That's really going to be our bread and butter play right there. Now guys, the next play we're going to be going over is PAF slide. This is a play action play, so if you guys are aware, play action kind of dumbs out some of the blitzes and is really good against some blitzes in this game. We're really going to be looking for this fade over here on the left side. Did not mean to smart route it, but we're going to be looking for this fade over here by Mike Evans, especially against cover 2. All we're going to do is put the 2 running backs on out routes like this, and in the middle we're going to put A on a streak. That way we can still throw B on the right side of the field if he gets open. But we're going to go ahead and hike this, and you can see X gets pushed to the side, and I didn't mean to pass lead it right there. I got kind of a bad pass lead. We'll go ahead and run that again, but you can see X gets pressed to the outside, and that's exactly what we want for this route right here, for him to get outside position right there, and you're able to pass lead this on the outside, possession catch it, and that safety is just not going to get there in cover 2. That fade just gets so far out by the sideline on that wide side of the field. And of course, if for whatever reason you notice that it's not open, or maybe it's not even cover 3 on that side, you see B, we get sacked right there, but B is running in a perfect spot. Oh my god, Tom Brady is just okay. Tom Brady's just evading everybody. We'll just throw it away right there. But you guys could see B was running free up the sideline right there on the right side. And again, guys, this is another route combo that we can max protect. We can also set something up like this where we could just block both running backs and put A on a drag. We don't need that clear out on the right side of the field. Really just depends on what your opponent's running. If your opponent's sending 2, sending 3, then definitely we want to have that clear out over here. But if they're not really sending anybody, you really just want to put your opponent, really when your opponent's sending 5, sending 6, sending any more than 5, what you're trying to do is put your opponent's user in a bad spot and make a read based off of that. So if your opponent's, sending 5, sending 6, you could set up something like this, and you still have this fade over here on the sideline. Now, one thing I do like to set up out of this play, because I do like this stock post by B, is we're going to put X on an out route, we're going to put Y on a wheel route, we're going to put RB on an out route, and we're going to put A on a streak. So we're going to set it up just like this, and we're really going to try to force our opponent to go user the running back. If your opponent doesn't user the running back, you're able to throw this pretty much every single time and lowball it. Right there, we get an absolutely terrible throw from Tom Brady. If you have Gunslinger, that ball's going to get there a lot quicker. We'll see if we actually get a decent throw from Tom Brady this time. I think I have to pass lead it with him. Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting a really bad throw from Tom Brady. But again, if you have Slinger or if you have pass lead elite in MUT, you can be able to throw that a lot quicker. We'll go try that one more time. And yeah, he's getting such a slow throw right here. I don't even think I'm getting a low ball. I don't even think it's registering the low ball with Tom Brady right here. Now guys, the final play that we're going to be going over is post halfback corner. Not going to touch on this play too much. Really, the only thing we're really trying to hit on this play is that running back corner route. We're going to come out and cover 3 right here, and you can see how deep that corner route runs. What we're going to do here is we're going to put A on a corner route, we're going to put B on a streak, and we're going to put RB on an out route, just like this. So we're gonna go ahead and hike this, and you guys will be able to see that Y route gets over that purple, and you're able to throw that if your opponent doesn't have zone drops on the purples. Even if your opponent does have zone drops, that running back route is able to sit under the 30-yard flats. So if your opponent is using 30-yard flats, I think it sits under 25-yard flats as well. I know this will not work against 20-yard flats, but if your opponent's using 25 or 30, you're able to fit that under that zone drop. Again, you're going to put B on a streak, A on a corner route, and you're going to put RB on this out route. One, we have a really good high-low read on the right side of the field, but we're also able to run this like a bomb. You're able to see X over here. You guys are able to see that you're able to throw that and split cover 3, and you're also going to be able to bomb cover 2 doing this exact same route combo. And that's pretty much the only route combo we have for this play. We're really trying to send out 5 routes. We're not trying to max protect, not really trying to block any running back right here. We're just hiking it, we're trying to read. If our opponent goes to try to user this, your opponent doesn't, you're most likely going to have the bomb. And again, you have the other running back on the opposite side of the field on the underneath. If you got it though, the quick out route. Now I'm not going to go over the runs, but we do have an inside zone. We have an RPO, power, peak, and we also have an off tackle. The off tackle and the inside zone are going to be the main runs. I don't really like the RPO in this. I tested it a couple times and I don't really like the RPO out of this formation, but the off tackle and the inside zone are pretty good. So those are going to be the runs that we're going to be running. And yeah, that's it for this mini scheme. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this mini scheme, and hopefully we can take this into MUT head-to-head and win a game with it. So definitely stay tuned for that video. Again, guys, if you guys are brand new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn your notification bell on so you guys don't miss when I upload a new YouTube video. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. As always, stay safe. Peace.